I like making content on YouTube, especially when it comes to gaming content, to kind of talk to you guys and hear everybody's thoughts and opinion. I like making these little videos that is kind of civil. Nobody's not really ranting. I just want to hear people's thoughts and honest opinion. And the main one was the Suicide Squad one. I posted two shorts of the same video on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and I want to hear people's thoughts and opinions about the game before I buy anything. It's always good to hear everybody's opinion, and everybody's opinion over the past couple of hours or so has been really, really generous, and I really appreciate that. So I thought I want to make a really lengthy video to kind of push it out to other audience and see what everybody else is saying too. It's up to YouTube. If YouTube don't push it out, oh well. But if I get everybody's thoughts on it in the shorts, that's been really wonderful. Now, I've been hearing some opinions about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Some people give it 7 out of 10. Some people get it 6 out of 10 or a 7.5. I don't listen to anything when it comes to IGN because IGN reviews don't, 99% of the time, IGN and GameSpot reviews, whoever reviews their game, I don't believe they play their game. I think they played the first mission and call it a day and give this game a 5 out of 10. I think for me personally, hearing from everybody from last night's TikTok videos and YouTube shorts who has posted their comments on it, have give their honest opinions. Some were not really happy about how they did the ending for Batman. Some people said that it was just overblown. They think people were just want to create controversy. Excuse me. Can't even talk in my own video. So that was another thing that I was hearing from a lot of people saying, like, you know, it's just controversies. People just want to make a point. It wasn't really that serious. Some people who really, you know, basically played throughout the whole franchise of Batman franchise, because remember, there was a Batman game years ago with that same voice actor. Some people felt like the way they did it wasn't really the proper ending, you know. And I can completely understand. Everybody want to give their honest opinion. They feel like this actor who put so much work into their voice acting, lending their voice for Batman on the franchise, and of course cartoons itself too. It shouldn't have been handled in a proper way to give that person a proper ending. And I completely understand that. Now, killing off the Justice League, who cares? They can make another game with a new Justice League. So it's, you know, it is what it is. So that was a thing that a lot of people who are fans of Batman or who was a fan of the voice actor felt like it was kind of like disrespectful. That wasn't really the proper ending. They shouldn't have did it. And trust me, I can understand where you're coming from. When it comes to everybody else's opinions that's a really negative on the ranting side, not because of how Batman was, but like little minor things that didn't make any sense. I hate, for me personally, like I said in every video that I discuss on this YouTube platform, I hate discussing politics in video games. I think that is not the proper way or the place to really put those two together. For example, you know, when it comes to, you know, mass shootings in America, they like to blame video games. I'm like, no, I mean, that's up to that person. That person can have utmost respect to do another way to, you know, use their weapons in a proper way. If that person want to kill somebody, that was their prerogative. Nothing didn't force that person to do something. Hearing some people in the comment section complain about Deadshot, I'm just like, you know what? It tells me you never read comic books. It tells me you don't want to have diversiveness in video games. And it shows me that you grew up in an era or you're listening to stupid podcast people who just want to take your money away, say some stupid shit, and you fall for that dumbass crap. I don't listen to podcast people. People say, well, you listen to Shannon Sharp. I'm like, yeah, because he's entertaining. I don't listen to podcast people who talks about history and their history is completely wrong. I don't listen to those people who talks about politics, talks about sexuality, men and women, kids, and blah, blah, book banning. I don't listen to those people because those people don't make any sense. I hate when people bring diversiveness and the reason why they don't like the game. I'm like, that line of questioning in your review, I've seen tons of comments, usually on Reddit, especially on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, where they put race and gender as the issue of why they don't like video games. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to listen to those people. I tend to go into a different area to listen to other people. Usually I have really great communication with you guys on YouTube because I feel like 99% of the time or maybe 80% of the time, people have some sense in the YouTube comments. And TikTok's a really great place too. I see a lot of people with positive vibes when it comes to TikTok, and they give their honest opinions, and I try my best to read everybody's comment. YouTube has been going fantastic right now, hearing people's thoughts and opinions about it, and I greatly appreciate that. So I'm really, really looking forward to hearing more comments in the next couple hours, because YouTube shorts don't really last long on YouTube compared to YouTube videos. So that's why I tried to make this long form content, because I want to kind of broaden the audience to see what their honest opinions about Suicide Squad. For me personally, I'm going to wait for it to go on sale. Now, a lot of people say, why? Are you cheap? You can't afford it? I mean, yeah, right now, working at this retail job, and you know how retail is when it's not really in the holiday season time right now, like Christmas time or whatever, it kind of tends to slow down, the hours tends to cut. And yes, a lot of people say, well, judging by where you live and where you whatever, it seems like you live with your parents. Yeah, I live with my parents, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to have to help pay their utility bills and the bills that I'm using. Is I got to help pay that, So, yeah, I'm going to wait my $60 because just now I just paid the water bill. So, yeah, that's $60 that I have for the game. It went to the water bill. So, for me personally, I think I'm going to go wait till it goes on sale. I really greatly appreciate your guys' thoughts and opinions, and, people who are really goes into the franchise, especially when it comes to the Batman franchise. To hear people say they don't really like how they ended it with Batman, it's respect to the voice actor. They didn't really like it too much. And I completely understand where a lot of people are coming from. And yes, some people felt like, no, I think people just took it and blew it out of proportion with controversies. And that's another understanding point too. Yes, there's some people who might get sensitive. Like me yesterday. I got really sensitive at work when somebody told me something. I got really sensitive. What? For some apparent reason, I don't know for you guys, I get really sensitive easy, especially when somebody tell me something that I've been doing for like for 10 years now. I'm like, you just got here. And the way that I work or the way I do things makes me a better employee. And I think I got really sensitive. So I completely understand on both arguments where people said, I think people are a little bit sensitive nowadays and just blew that thing out of proportion. And people who are follow the franchise, and the people who really love the voice actor who's been doing this for decades, a respectable person in the community. I can completely understand where people felt like, I think they should have given him a proper outing for his hard work with Batman. And I completely understand on both sides of the arguments. And then there's the other group of people in the comment section who just really don't make any sense. People who gets angry like, oh, just leave the game alone. Like, I'm just asking you a question. I'm listening to consumers. All of us are consumers. And if all of us can help each other out to save $60 and just wait till it go on sale for like, I don't know, $39.99, hey, it saves a good portion of your wallet. So for me, I'm going to wait till it go on sale. It's 2024, so Black Friday is right around the corner. And usually around like July, games tend to kind of go on 30% off sale for some apparent reason. I think PlayStation right now is having like a 50% off sale or 70% off sale right now on their PlayStation store that's going to end on February 14th. So, hey, the games that I didn't bought last year, I can bought this year. So, or the games that I didn't buy 2 years ago, I can buy now. So it's always a good time to wait for. So for me personally, I'm going to wait. For the broader conversation about this, I want to hear your thoughts and opinion. Feel free to subscribe if you guys like these type of videos, or share this video. I want to hear everybody's thoughts about Suicide Squad. Just make sure it's a positive, not like a ranting type situation. I just want to hear your thoughts on it about the game, because it's always good to hear other sides of the community when it comes to video games like this compared to IGN and GameSpot. They don't play their games.